of standard 11th. Today we are going to study topic male and female reproductive system of frog from chapter 7 structural organization in animals. Male reproductive system of frog. It comprises of following parts: testis, vasa efferentia, urinogenital duct and cloaca. Students, we know that male reproductive system mainly comprises of testis and penis in human beings. But students, here in frog we don't find penis, rather we find cloaca instead of penis. And even vasa efferentia and urinogenital duct is also not found in human male reproductive system. So students, these parts like vasa efferentia and urinogenital duct including cloaca is present only in the male reproductive system of frog. Now students, in this diagram we can easily locate these all parts which are present in the male reproductive system of frog. So students, here we can notice the testis. Students, these are the testis. And we can also locate the vasa efferentia. So students, this is the vasa efferentia which you can notice here, the tube like structures, and thereafter we can find the urinogenital duct which is the pipe like structure, and finally the cloaca which releases the sperm outside the body of frog. Testis. It is paired yellowish ovoid male reproductive organ of frog which produces sperm. So students, testis, as we know, is the main reproductive part of male and the main function of which is to produce sperm. But students, here in frog we find that this testis is yellowish in color, paired, that is 2 in number, and ovoid, that is appears like a oval shape. So students, this concept of testis we can understand in a more better way with the help of this diagram. Students, we can easily locate here the testis, which you can notice here also, and the main function of which is to synthesize the sperm. At the top of the testis we even can find fatty bodies, and apart from that the male testis is connected with the kidney also. So students, this is the kidney which you can see, and this is the testis. So testis generally remains connected with the kidney in the frog. vasa efferentia. It is which is 10 to 12 in number and transports sperm to kidney. Now students, here there is the important concept to understand that vasa efferentia is a tube-like structure which is 10 to 12 in number and which further transports, that means carries the sperm to the kidney. Students, normally the sperm does not enters the kidney in human beings, but here in the frog we can notice that the sperm, after its discharge from the testis, enters into the vasa efferentia, which transmits it to the kidney. Sperm is finally transported to cloaca. So students, here we can easily understand the concept with the help of the picture. The testis, which is, you can see, yellowish ovoid structure which is paired and which further gets connected to the vasa efferentia. So students, here you can notice that the testis is connected to the vasa efferentia, which is 10 to 12 in number and which appears like a tube-like structure. So students, testis synthesizes the sperm and vasa efferentia carries the sperm and dumps it into the kidney. And the sperm finally enters into the cloaca. So students, you can easily understand the movement of the sperm from the testis to the vasa efferentia, leading to the kidney, and finally from the kidney to the cloaca, which you can see here also. Female reproductive system of frog. It comprises of following parts: ovaries, oviduct and cloaca. Since ovaries, you can easily notice here in the frog, female frog. Oviduct is this which is appearing as a tube-like structure in this diagram, and cloaca you can find here, which releases the ova outside the body of the female. Ovary, it is the female reproductive part of frog which synthesizes ova. The ovary of frog can synthesize 2500 to 3000 ova at a time. It is functionally not connected with kidney. So students, it's a very important concept about the ovary of the frog, that it can synthesize approximately 2500 to 3000 ova at a time, and it is the main reproductive part of the female frog which synthesizes ova. And students, it is also quite different from the testis of the male frog, because male's testis was connected to the kidney, but here the ovary is not connected with the kidney. So students, here also you can notice the ovary which is present here and which does not remains connected with the kidney and directly dumps its ova into the cloaca via a duct. Oviduct. It is paired tube-like structure which originates from ovaries and opens into cloaca separately. So students, it is also quite important to note that it is a paired tube-like structure which obviously originates from ovaries but further does not gets connected to kidney, rather opens into the cloaca separately. So students, this concept we can also understand with the help of this picture, where you can notice the ovary. This is the ovary, paired structure, and which synthesizes the egg and transmits it to the oviduct, which is here. Friends, you can see here, this is the oviduct, and this oviduct further directly dumps the egg to the cloaca, and this sac-like structure cloaca further releases the ova out of the body of female frog. Now students, let's discuss an important question. What is external fertilization? The fusion of male and female gamete outside the body of female to form zygote is called as external fertilization. It occurs in frogs. Thank you, students.